actual LM design right here. This means so much. This is very powerful. So the M represents the struggle that we've been through as a people, because we all been through a struggle. We all have a story to tell. And then the L represents us from being lost to living, because we overcome that struggle that we go through as a people. And then you have the I, the third I. And that's how people know that we're conscious and enlightened with the universe and one with ourselves. And this whole brand stands for me being homeless. And this is us. This is our story. Lionel Mínor.
I don't even, you could never see in my history.
We got it here. What's good, brother? Black power, brother.
Solid as a
Surprise, brother.
big fries, brother.
They lied, brother.
Why they tried, brother?
Oh, he died, brother.
Why he cried, brother?
He in line, brother.
He doing the crime, brother.
He got the time, brother.
But he in line, brother.
She's mighty fine, sister.
But who is she, mister?
You got me.
Shabbat!
Hey, show the camera your fly.
There's no zipper. My apologies.
I like her sense of humor, but she be on it, though. That's what I'm saying, man. That's
You
what
gotta
I'm
flip
saying,
the
man.
dip.
You gotta dip the
You
flip.
gotta
You
flip
hear
the
me?
dip to get the chip.
Look,
Okay?
man.
What are we
Long
talking
live love, man. Africa, stand up.
Wakanda forever!
Okay, all right.
So the two of you were in the video that I initially saw, right? That the YouTube link that you had sent me. So how did Lionel Mínor start? Obviously Mínor, your last name.
That's actually Mínor.
Mínor, okay.
Yes. We started by selling high-end designer. I was selling high-end designer clothes, and a lot of people, kept buying it from me. I'm like, wow, like I could create my own thing out of this, and that's what we did. So seeing our people buying a lot of high-end designer made me really want to start my own clothing line and specialize in quality work. So that's how it started.
And it's more than fashion. I mean, you're making a statement, like most fashion does anyway, but you're giving back to the community in a lot of ways.
Yes.
So tell me, Jasmine, about that aspect of the business.
Yes, a third of our proceeds from each event that we do goes to a foundation of our choice, and generally that's already stated beforehand. And that came about just based off our own personal histories, and also a couple of other colleagues who had mentioned that that's something that we should do.
So what kind of organizations have you contributed to?
The Best Kids of DC was one of the, that was the more fun one personally. It dealt with a lot of the kids going out and just buying endless toys, and then you show up and it's you see the appreciation that they have because of what they go through, and they don't even realize it's some of the same stuff that we've gone through. So it's we didn't have the opportunity to get the same toys that they had, but to be able to give that back is an amazing feeling.
This is giving back in a lot of ways. You also said that there was a component of kind of educating our people, right? Understanding what you're wearing and encouraging literacy.
Correct.
So how do you encourage literacy and research with your design?
So what we do is the designs we create are based off of the information and education that we learn. So with that being said, some of the books that we read and some of the knowledge that we know, we create designs based around that, and then we would create a collection, and then basically when the people buy into that collection, they either want to learn or they know about the education of that collection as a design.
So give me an example.
What we have on the Aura Drips. Aura Drips is us as a people. Our aura is already, we're immaculate, we are royalty. The Aura Drips, me and my guy early came up with this because our aura is dripping. We always be fly, we be nice and dress well. That's us as a people, as our culture. And that's what this stems right here. So you have the triangle, everyone know the triangle. So, we have the energy from the triangle and this dripping, and that's just our aura dripping.
So it's encouraging people when they see it to ask questions.
Yes.
Why is a clothing line like this unique? And what do you think what need does it serve out there?
It's unique because it's my story, actually. It came from me being homeless, and I built this from scratch and to educate and enlighten people, to let them know that we all overcome our struggles no matter what. So that's what really is the strong point of this brand.
And tell me about that. Did you have dreams when you were homeless? Dreams of doing this, or?
I had dreams of being successful and didn't know where life would lead me to, and me just trying new things and experimenting and finding myself led me to actually become a fashion designer.
So at what point in your life were you homeless?
I was homeless from 2011 to 2012. And what I did from DC, I moved from DC to Montgomery County, and I was sleeping in the woods and just to, find myself and state myself, and that's where it started at. So I was sleeping in the woods, and I did that for several months. And then I found the job, and I rented out a room, my first room out there, and then I didn't look back, and now I'm here.
That takes a lot to go from sleeping in the woods to that point in your life, to have the willpower and the kind of the hope that you can turn that around.
Definitely, I agree.
So what was it when you were spending cold nights in the woods that I'm sure, listen, no one wants to sleep outside.
Definitely. They don't. I see people all the time. I'm like, wow, I remember those days, like, just doing that. Me just wanting better for my life and knowing that I'm special and gifted and talented, so not wanting it to go to waste and picking myself up, because there's a lot of people that be out there homeless and they can't find themselves. So I wanted to let people know that you can, so I'm the voice for the people. And me just wanting people to know that you can. So if they see that someone else doing it from an angle where they came from, the area where they from, and they know me personally, if they seen me do it, it would encourage others to do it.
What was that first job that got you off the street?
Chicken basket. Chicken out in Potomac, Maryland. Yes, chicken out. Yes, I remember like it was yesterday. Shout out to Lorenzo. That's my guy. He hired me.
You need that just one open door.
Yes.
That one person.
Yes.
And you took it, and this is what you've done with it.
Yes. We created all this together. It's a lot of people that put their energy into this and make this happen. We appreciate everyone.
So folks out there who are going through really difficult times in their lives, whether they're homeless, whether they're sleeping in the woods, or whether they're couch surfing, or just, unsure about what direction or purpose they have, what would be your advice?
Me personally, I'm speaking to all the people out there. I would say always put the ancestors and the universe first and pray, and find yourself. We all destined to become great and successful. Every one of us have it in us. It's just about us really applying ourselves and staying humble and knowing our worth. So once you know your true worth, that's where you really start opening doors.
Really understanding who you are. And sometimes it's a stubborn thing for people to really take a step back and look at themselves internally. And you can't really go but so far without at least knowing yourself. A lot of the times people say, oh, I know that person. You don't know that person, because at the end of the day, that person may not even know themselves. So it's really take a step back, realize what situation you're in, how you got there, and just understand that you can get out, but you have to be motivated for yourself, not for your mom, not for, I'm not motivated to do this for Kevin. I'm motivated to do this with Kevin in the team, so that we all can move forward. And that was some things that I had to take in internally too. So internally, every day, people have to understand that it starts with yourself. If you can't even start there, it's already failed.
And it starts with kind of feeling good on the outside.
Yes.
Even when you don't, you have to fake it.
Fake it till you make it, for real.
You have to, because the reality is, if you don't, you're only going to feel bad. And that's only going to bring on bad feelings that you put onto yourself, that you put onto others, put onto your kids, put onto your animals. And before you know it, you're just surrounded by people who either don't like you or you're not surrounded at all. And that's not something I want. I want to know myself and be surrounded by people who love me.
So here you have a line from someone who was formerly homeless, giving back to the community, about feeling good from the inside out. I mean, you're dressing people so they physically look good. You gotta fake it till you make it. You're looking the part.
Right.
But then trying to take it one step further.
Exactly.
And feeding the soul, helping your community.
Exactly. want to make sure that people understand that it's not just about fashion. We take some of the most complex ideas and turn them into cartoons on shirts. The cartoons that we make all the way down to the little piggy on the shirt. You know, everything that we do, we try to make sure it's fun, but we give you just enough knowledge on the outfit for you to want to go and say, all right, let me go and look this up, or, you know, let me go and check this out, because I never knew about this. You know, it's a lot of people that from previous events will say, they look at us crazy, like, there's no way in the world you can tell me that that's true. And it's like, I'm not telling you it's true, I'm just telling you something that I know, I've read, and I've done my research, and you can do the same.
How'd your dad see you up?
Thank goodness to Lorenzo, who hired him. I knew Kevin originally from Job Corps. I didn't know him. He was the fun guy who was making beats on the doors. And you know, when you're in the school and you hear a bunch of kids banging on the doors, it's just a bunch of fun. So I would always see him and never spoke to him. And I left Job Corps December 2007. I ended up running into this guy. I was walking out my mom's house in Potomac, and he was walking through the parking lot. And I'm like, I know you. I don't know you, but I know you. I've seen you before. And literally from that day, it was like every day, taking walking missions, just bus missions, trains missions, anywhere. We didn't care. He didn't tell me about his homeless situation. He did all of that in silence.
And were you in school with him?
Well, no, I wasn't in school. This was afterwards.
Yeah, we had already graduated.
How old were you at the time?
I was 22.
22. What got you on the street in the first place?
You know, being out there from where I'm from, just being from the area, you know, hanging with the people that are my friends and stuff, and just being out there, that's my aunt, you know, she wasn't really feeling fond of me not following her rules, so it was either her way or the highway. And you know, me being young and that area, you know, just stubborn, yeah, not really want to listen. I didn't want to obey her rules, so she kicked me out, and that's how it happened. But I was just fending, you know, I would sleep in buildings. It started in DC, like I would sleep in buildings out there, like my friends' house there, like let me house hop. But then I just see myself not really doing that, because I would just be out there just BSing around, you know, excuse my language. I just be out there not doing nothing for myself, my time. And if I would have still been out there to this day, I'd probably be dead, I feel like, because of the steps that I was doing. So I had to just get away, start fresh and start clean. That's what led me to that.
Led you to this?
Yes, it did, really.
Change your life.
Indeed. But I want to help change others' lives. So me being from where I'm from, and people knowing me directly, you know, so I just wanted to know that I'm out here to help them and to give them that outlet. A lot of people, they think that it's only one way to go or a couple ways to go, but it's really a lot of different ways to take those directions. And you know, I'm just here to let people know the avenue that they can try, and that's designing. So right here we have the kids collection. This is the kids side. We have some of our latest spring and some of our winter stuff that we have. Beware on the lookout for this summer collection for the kids that's coming. We have our mystery boxes right here. If you want those, you can order those online. These are our crystals. We specialize in crystals and stones. So these are some of our crystals and stones that we have. And this right here is our staff. Eric Woodard Crystals made this for us, created this. Blessings to him. We have the cargos. We have an artwork by Goofy. Yes, we have the artwork by Goofy also. And I'm going to swing around this.
What's in the mystery boxes?
I can't tell you that.
They all range, so some of them are like $25, and you could possibly get something as simple as crystals. We do our own version of coupons, but generally maybe a t-shirt, you might get a couple of keychains, you never know. But they all range, so you know, the higher the box, the better the gift.
Okay. Tell me about the bag. Okay.
Right here we have the woke woman. This is our woke woman, and this right here is to encourage women to live their natural hair and their beauty, and to also remember that we're all woke and enlightened, and that's what this represents. Right here we have our black currency, because soon we'll be having our own currency, so we have our currency right here that we created. This is our woke track set right here, and then we have the coax collection for the women, of course. Nice.
With your logo.
Yes, ma'am. With the logo and on the side it has the take those sides. And then last but not least, we have some of our latest polos that we created. And then we have some, tank tops. This right here, this is one of our nice pieces. The Red Russian collection. This is Lionel Mínor in Russian. This collection was created to give information on how the swastika is not, negative and it's positive. So we wanted to bring awareness to that, to let people know that the positivity about the swastika. And then, we have this is the Vivid Thoughts. This is one of our sweaters also. We do custom pieces.